It's time for a National FFA Spotlight brought to you by the Nebraska College of Technical Agriculture. Joining us is Kaci Mashino. She's from the Boyd County FFA Chapter originally. Kaci, you are receiving your American degree, so we want to learn a little bit more about your FFA experiences. So take us back to your FFA SAE and some of those activities. What did that look like?
For sure. So I guess I had two SAEs throughout my high school career. My first one started when I was an 8th grader. I grew up on my family's farm and ranch, and so I had a beef placement SAE where I truly found pride in my SAE was more in my entrepreneurship. It was a diversified crop production entrepreneurship, and I'm thankful for my grandparents for giving me that opportunity. So that's kind of the overarching SAE that I got into.
I know, it's funny, like when you're removed, there's so many things you could talk about now that you've got that hindsight. Yeah.
Right.
You are receiving your American degree and you have such a cool story. You have your own business. You are boots on the ground and entrepreneur now. What sorts of things did FFA teach you that you were using every single day?
For sure. If you would have told me in high school, the Kaci that was head over heels in FFA, that by the time she was technically a sophomore in college, that she'd be owning a coffee shop, I would have laughed at you 110%. Never would have imagined I'm here today. But truly, one thing I will credit to FFA is getting kids out there and talking to people. Pretty soon you are on your national level and you're meeting people from all over the country. Another part that I personally am using more throughout my SAE, it was very important that you keep up to date on your records and your numbers and keeping track of everything. And that just is very important also in terms that I found out, especially in the last month of running my business.
Kaci, the American degree is such a high honor, and it's something that you have worked really hard to receive. Why was that something you wanted to shoot for?
It's just something that I guess since I was an 8th grader and got my discovery degree, and I was in an ag class and I was learning, you learned about all the degrees in order. You get your discovery, and then you get your green hand, and then you get your chapter, and then you can get your state, and then if you really want to, you can get your American. And since I was an 8th grader, I'm like, I'm going to get it. I have the ability to do something that only a very small percentage of people in the FFA program can do. And trying to receive that highest achievement from the program, truly I feel like rewards me and puts a closing door on the program. I was talking to one of my old advisors just about how weird the concept is going to be for zipping up that blue jacket for the last time, and almost bringing a tear to my eye thinking about it, because I spent a lot of time in that jacket and a lot of hours practicing for competitions to wear that jacket. So for me, it's also a final closing door for the program and everything that it did for me.
All right. A big congratulations indeed. Kaci, thanks so much for making time.
Thank you much for having me.
This National FFA Convention report is brought to you by the Nebraska College of Technical Agriculture. Small campus, big impact. Learn more at ncta.unl.edu.